get in anyway. I was gonna text you, but I had something personal going on, so because I know you just put the recording out, but I didn't get to do anything.
Let me pause it here.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
I restarted.
All right. Okay.
It's Jay Bird. I think that are you doing a model in the background there? Oh, she's working. Okay. Hello, so you're doing a model? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, wait a minute.
Explain to us what's going on.
So what happened was she came a little late, and I went ahead and did a little quickie session for her. I did my cavitation. We did a consultation today. This was our very first time coming over. So we did a consultation. I gave her the expectations of what I want to have happen. I'm going to get her a waist trainer, the slimming gels, and she's going to come back for another session.
Hey, is this one of your models, or this is a new client?
This is one of my models.
Okay.
Well, both. So, and I did tell her that it is monetary, so, and I told her the reason why is because the last 2 or 3 people that I said, I'm not going to do anything, what have you, they didn't take it seriously. They didn't come back. But I know that she is a businesswoman, that she and I talked about other things. So she already knows. So we got that going on. But I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same level, because I do realize that a lot of people, their expectations in their mind, they think that, it's like surgery. I'm like, this is not like surgery. This is sessions. So I was able to talk through the process, right? And she's very receptive. So I went live a few minutes ago and just told people what I was doing on her, and she agreed to it, which, yay, I love that. She was like, I'm gonna cover your face up.
That's your Talk With Me Tuesday.
I said, I'm gonna cover your face up. Huh? Yes, that was my Talk About It Tuesday.
Okay, and then today's a special Tuesday because it's 2 Tuesday.
Yes. I should have said something about that, but I don't be thinking about that kind of stuff, child. But anyway, 2, right? So the good thing is, I said, yes. So this is the end of it.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm getting her up. I just wiped her down, but I just showed them that because this was the easiest thing to do without showing me working and stuff like that. I was able to talk while, she was receiving that, and they understood the benefits, and they got to see the beautiful background, so on and so forth. Yes. And I see you got your lashes on. I see you with your lashes, girl.
Who, me? Are you talking about?
Yes.
Must be you.
I'm talking about you.
I don't have no. Who?
No, I'm talking about
you. They're just freshly done yesterday.
I was about to say I don't have nothing. No. Now, okay, what is the purpose of you using the red light? I don't think she heard.
I don't think she heard. I didn't hear.
No, I was asking her, what is the purpose of using the red light? No, I do have the red light, but I use mine for back, facials, and muscles. But I see you have it on the stomach. That's something interesting.
Well, yeah, that's
so a lot of times. So, go ahead, Nancy.
No, I said that's really interesting that the way you're doing it. I know the benefits of red light, but yeah, I would love for her to explain her technique when she's ready.
Okay, so I believe in putting everything that's beneficial on the client as possible, right? So, people of a certain age, they benefit from collagen production, relaxation of it. It helps the skin glow. So I'm doing the twofold. I don't offer facials. So I put it on the patient or the client so that it helps with the regeneration of the skin, right? Because of the oils I'm using. And it also helps warm up the skin. So you get better penetration of your products. I should say it like that. Yes, your products. So it's twofold. So the person that trained me said, listen, you don't have to throw everything in the kitchen sink, but a lot of times it's good to do as much as you can with as little as time as you can, that therefore you see your results, right? And so that's one of the things. So she always said while they're laying there, put the red light on them. Once you put in the different products and everything, it just helps saturate it quicker down to the level that you need it. And you can use it while you're actually working too, which I don't. I just use it while I'm doing those type of sessions.
Well, that's why we use the belt. I know Wanda, you've trained with me. I don't know if we used the belt then when you came down.
Yes.
Technique that is basic. I agree with your trainer about using 4 different devices. My technique, I call it 4D lipo, where we.
Okay, go aheid. She
Right.
got the belt, the pad too. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we do the ultrasonic cavitation. We use the
Right.
you do both of them, and then you do the it's a little bit of lymphatic drainage or wood therapy, whatever technique you want to do, and then we follow with LED light therapy. And I do have a nice upgraded system with adding the mesotherapy. And then I'll tell them, do you want to add like fat burner, you know, for extra $50 or something? Usually they're going to say yes. So that's allowing my staff to make more money because I have the marketing agent bringing the clients in at $149 for the 4D lipo. And then when they come see the staff, then they say their upsell is to say, do you want to add fat dissolver for $50 more, or do you want to add arm lipo for additional $50? And I tell them while they're on their lasers, add teeth whitening, you know, anything that can be done dual purpose. So I totally 100% agree with what you're doing. I think that's amazing, and I'm glad to see the
Now, I'm gonna wrap her right before she leaves, and I'm gonna put this liquid lipo on her, so she's gonna continue to still get the benefits of the flush going home. Yep, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay, we have Tamil. Let me say your name. I'm gonna tear your name up. You're on mute.
Hello, everybody.
Say your name for us again.
Hello.
It's Talisha.
Hi, Laisha. Oh my goodness, we got off of the call that last week. I looked on to Laisha's page and she got a mean body on her, and she.
I know I came on late. What are y'all demonstrating?
We'll let Miss J Bird.
I was doing a session with one of my models. I just wanted to show my mentor that I had a model, you know, so I had some that had dropped off, but she came by after work. As a matter of fact, she is a business owner. She owns a daycare center. Okay. So I was finishing up this. A part of one of my goals was to expound upon my business, to talk about my business, and to also get models. So every Tuesday, I'm responsible for going live to talk about the business. So I did that today. Luckily, my model was here because we were supposed to do it on Monday, and I was supposed to tape it, so on and so forth. So, you know, just like she and others have said, it don't got to be perfect. It just got to be done, right?
Right.
So she came, I did a quick session on her. I did lymphatic. You know, we work with the lymphatic system. I did a little wood therapy on her, cavitation on her. I did a little RF on her. I ended up with the laser lipo, and I'm going to put some liquid lipo on her, wrap her up, and send her on her way so we can learn.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad to see that. So today, is everybody still going through the Think and Grow Rich? Are you doing?
Yes, I'm getting caught up.
Okay, where are you at in your book?
In the second one, but I'll be all the way caught up though.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had got started on it late today, which was actually my thing to do, but I had to do some errands and went up to the spa and stuff. So I got started on it late, but I'm in the second chapter, but I'll be caught up.
Okay. How about you, Wanda?
I did my first 3.
Okay.
So I didn't get to number 4, huh?
Yes, do you work through this before? And how about Tabor? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just trying to see where everybody. Where are you at in your book?
I'm just starting 3.
Okay. All right. So
actually, no, I know.
So 3 is still working on. I think that's auto suggestion. That's still kind of just working on your. No,
that's 4.
Oh,
faith is 3.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody share with me since they're working on that chapter, what they're getting out of that.
Which one? Which chapter?
You said you're on what chapter?
No, I said which.
Because everybody, well, she's at 2. So one
Okay.
is for basically just kind of setting your goals.
Okay.
Now, going into
mine is, huh?
No, go ahead.
Okay. No, what I'm getting is the desire. I'm at this place where with the desire, it's like I gotta really want it. So I was talking to someone, like I told you earlier, and by me reading, like you said, this is not the first time I've been through this. So it's like the second time. And the guy was like, well, normally people don't get this far, but he was like, the way you're talking is like you're hungry, but then when I tell you the price, you got excuses. And I just laughed because I was just like, well, he's telling the truth. If I need this desire and if I want it, I have to go after it. There's nothing that should be able to stop me. I have to want it like I need air. So I'm at this point now where I have to make myself want it no matter what's going on. I gotta say, well, you know what? This is my lifeline right here. So I have to go after it. So this is my desire, is for my business to succeed.
I think for you from now is shifting from a want to now a need. And you need it just as much as you need to eat, as much as you need to have air, water, oxygen. Yes. So
yes.
So you have the desire. Okay. So well, I want to leave. I'm trying to get this out because I think chapter 4 is leading to exactly where I think everybody has always called. It's so awesome because chapter 4 is right where you guys are. So I want to go back to Talasia. So what have you worked so far? You said you're in chapter 2 or 3?
I had started getting into chapter 2.
Okay. So basically
chapter 2 in the workbook is about faith.
Okay. So
and the desire was the first section which she was talking about, which I related in a whole lot of that. So I was able to actually write down everything that, because the desire has always been there for me, due to the fact, I ran my own childcare business for 18 years. So I always had the need and the thrive of wanting to succeed in anything that I wanted to do. So that desire part was excellent. So I'm in the faith part now. So I can't elaborate too much on it because I'm starting the chapter, then I'll be working the workbook. But the little bit that I have read so far, I'm a believer. I have my minister license. So with that part, I know that, it's going to be an excellent chapter to be also getting into tonight when I get through with it. So, and then to do the workbook. So the faith part is a no-brainer for me. My faith is very strong in a lot of things that I believe in, because everything that I wanted to do, ever thought of, I gained it, I did it. So with this new phase in the spa business, the health and wellness, which, is just me doing everything again. And I'm excited about everything that I have said that I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and it's been going. So I'm excited to start reading this chapter as well.
Okay, awesome. So may I ask, so do you still do the daycare?
No, I had closed in 2020.
Okay.
Of December.
So how did you get into body contouring?
I had took a training from someone in Atlanta in 2019 of October or November. And like I said, I've been having my esthetician license, since 2009, but I never was able to do anything with it because childcare, always consumed my time and everything. So with the pandemic happening and how everything trickled down, but I was living in Florida, coming back and forth as well. So everything was like bumping heads with everything. And it was like, I was kind of burnt out of it. So everything worked its course with how I did it, but it was up to me to end it and start something new, so I had made my sound decision in that December once how everything fell. And it felt like I was released. Now I can be me. Now I can do what I really want to do, which I always love helping people. I used to do spa parties and stuff like that, So with ministry, I have a women's group, which is called Sister Healing Sisters on Facebook. So I love stuff like that, the childcare thing I was so burnt out of. So, but that was my way of getting back into the era of esthetician, body sculpting and stuff like that. So I was able to pick it back up.
Okay, that sounds good. I can understand how you can be stuck, kind of like when I was stuck as a hairstylist, I wanted to leave. I did not want to do hair anymore. Like I was praying, God, get me out of this, whatever. But you're stuck because it's a good source of living. It's good money and whatever.
Right.
Like when COVID shut us down, and I was like, okay, I really can make money with my body contouring. Like you, I had studied it for a couple of years, but I was still kind of sitting on it. And I just kind of made that COVID allowed me to stop doing hair, focus on my body contouring. And then when they opened up our salons back up, I just was like, I know now I can make a living off of this. I have the confidence behind it that I didn't have before. And I never looked back and retired. Right. So that's pretty awesome. So that is, we do have to have that faith in ourselves to move forward, to take that next step. It's hard because we don't know, if what we're going to do is going to keep the lights on or whatever, but,
right.
But we do got to bet on ourselves and believe in ourselves.
Right.
This next chapter. So basically a lot of it is just kind of goal setting with these next couple of chapters, just kind of goal setting, believing in yourself, that language, changing the language you speak to yourself. But this one I think really relates to our group, this next chapter, because it's talking about, I know like Wanda, I think even Jay Bird, I'm not sure, I don't know what your skill set is, but I know like Wanda and Jay Bird, they do a lot of knowledge. They've been there, they're in the groups. I know you're following some of the top trainers on YouTube, like you got the knowledge. Like you don't need, Wanda, you don't need another body sculpting or aesthetics course. You know, right? So
you say that, but no, seriously, no, I
the knowledge is, now it's a confidence thing. So in this next chapter, what they're saying is like, you can have knowledge. Knowledge is not necessarily power. It's not power unless you use it, So
okay, right.
So now for our businesses, we got all this great knowledge. Like I love that she started the training how she did with her model, because it's like she has all this knowledge and we got to see her perspective on body contouring, how she does it. We have all of this knowledge. Now it's time to put it in fruition. So what is our next step? So thinking about, as you've gone through your goal and you've set clearly what your goal, and you're telling yourself all these positive things every day about your goal and what you want and how much money is, now it's time to take some action steps. So like, I'll use myself for an example. So as I'm working through my Think and Grow Rich, mine is franchise. So, okay. So I've had a couple of people mention, oh, I would love to franchise. I had 2 people ask me for franchise, or at least like bring it up in conversation. And then I had a mall actually come to me and ask me to put my store in another mall. And I said, I physically don't want to do that. That would just be more work on myself. But I was like, now it's time. I can see already, like I only started this mall chain in November. So, but that was my whole goal of going into the malls, is because I wanted to make it a franchise. I wanted to make Glam Slim a household name. So people obviously see the vision. So they're asking me. So now that people are asking me, so now I have to, my order of operations is I have to change my business structure. I have to meet with the lawyer. I have to make sure all of my trademarks are on point so that there's no problem when another person comes into franchise or they try to take it from underneath me. Those are those steps. So thinking about what your goal is, now you got to go and write down your order of operations. So where are we at? So you're working with another group. So Wanda, where are we at in your thing? Because you couldn't do the video, and you said you didn't want to do the
right.
something
Where I'm at, I'm gonna, you know what, this week I'm just gonna get everything together. I'm gonna go ahead and go do the video, and I have to, and I think it's like you said, it's more or less self-confidence, and it's not like I don't know, I do. It's just like when people do come up there and they want to record, and I'm like, stop, do not put me in the camera. Or so, you know what, I'm about to step out in faith, and I'm gonna do it. So even if I have to get somebody up there, like 2 people, like, listen, I need to do this. I need to work on my facial skills, because I love the body contouring, but I'm like, okay, I feel that I can make more money with facials right now. I'm gonna still do my, the body contouring. So I'm gonna just go with what I feel and stuff like that. And
I think my thing is, because you were saying last week, like you needed to make this fabulous menu. And what I was trying to get you to do is, let's do this week facials. Listen, if it's just this month, let's focus on facials. Then next month, we can add the next service to it. So we can like slowly build your menu so that you're not overwhelmed with all these things.
Okay. So you know what, and I just felt like it's just like ever since I'm doing this, and it's just like it seem like things are attacking me. So I was just like, you know what? And I mean, even with the faith and stuff, and I heard Creflo Dollar said, when you doing this kind of stuff, you got to realize, and you start to think positive, and that's basically what Think and Grow Rich is. Thinking positive, changing your mindset and stuff like that. Things are gonna come. So I had to step back and I had to laugh. Like, you know what? I gotta still take action, no matter what's going on. I'm going to still have to take action, because nobody is going to do it for me. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to, it's like, it's something that's trying to detour me from doing this. Because I, like I said, I've done this by myself, but it's so boring. But with a group of people and everybody come together, as you know, down the line, because we're going to get this mastermind group together. Basically, that's what we're doing now. Yeah. And we feeding off of each other. So, and I think I love the fact that y'all holding me accountable. Like, you know what, let's push her. Let's get that menu out there. Let's go ahead. I want you to do those facials. I need that reporting. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I felt like I let you down, but I really did have stuff going on this week.
You do, but they said what? You ever heard a saying? I think somebody sent this to me when I was having a rough day, and it said something about like, grapes have to be crushed to make wine, So think about, as you're going through a season, that these things are developing you to take that leap. Because last week you were in a place where I'm complacent, I do this, I do that. Now it's like,
right.
Sometimes God,
I really want to do it. Yes.
No, you don't want to, you have to.
Okay, right. I have to do it. I am going to do it.
There you go.
So that's what I'm going to work on this week, is since I'm working in the evening, I need to get my butt up there during the daytime and do a couple of facials. And no matter how I feel, I mean, I have the shop, and there's no reason for me not to be up there. So
let's just say, because you were we had put you at like, your financial goal was to make like $150,000 at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what is the only way to reach those people is through your video marketing.
And you know what? I understand that. I'm not that video type person, but I'm going to do it, because you know what? I have to face that fear. So once I do it and just keep doing it, and it's just going to happen. Like Miss J Bird, I just don't have what you have. Like how you just out there every Tuesday where you saying I'm gonna do this. I don't want people to see me. Like Naisha, she got that. Like, yeah. I'm just not a people person.
You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Just get there and just talk. Just tell people about you.
You know, it's crazy because I was telling the man, I said, I'm such an introvert. And he was like, I don't think you're an introvert.
I don't think you are.
I'm like, oh my God. So you know what? Once I maybe making that first video.
So you got it. So
that'll
with
be
our
it.
chapter, so I know you're working it in your faith and desire. We have all that. So I need you to write it out. Write it out. Because you got the knowledge. I know, I've seen you. You've studied me hand in hand, right by my side. So I know you know, okay? So now I just need you to take that leap of faith. We believe in you. I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to put something out there. I challenge you to bring somebody into your studio next week. Whether you record it or not, do something that you don't really do. Get a new client in. Do that facial. Give us a model just to get your confidence back up. Maybe you do a model or two. When you're feeling confidence, by that third one, you go and do your video.
Okay, then I'll do that. And then I'll definitely have my the menu written out, like like you said, the 3 tiers. So
look, if you can get at least one model in, I want to at least get you working. Are you even seeing clients at all right now?
Not right now.
Well, so you need to see clients. You need to do something.
Yeah, and I have a decent space. I mean, I love my space.
In there right now, like I said, this week is about knowledge. You got the knowledge. Now it's just execution.
Okay. Oh, and you know what? When you was talking, now I understand. Like when you saying, you know that the workbook is a chapter behind the book. So.
Oh, okay.
So like auto suggestion is chapter 3, and in the book is chapter 4. So that's what kind of threw me off. So we going by the workbook.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's we just working on the workbook. I mean, read the book, but we gonna go through the workbook. That's
I had about 4 different copies of the book, so I was like,
yeah, I got 2.
I know it's not this week is knowledge and execution. Because a lot of
Wait a minute, is that what knowledge and what chapter would that be in?
It's either 4 or 5. I don't have the book in front of me.
Okay, don't worry.
It's 4.
But step in the workbook, that's chapter 4.
Okay, and what did they call it in the workbook?
The 4th step. Yep, specialized knowledge. And then chapter.
And that's what I was like, this week is pretty fabulous for this group because we all have the knowledge. We've all taken our body contouring training. Like I said, I know you've taken lots of trainings. You listen to YouTubes. You follow some artists out there that's doing it. So I was like, I know that you know. I know you can do it. You got the license. You don't have anything holding you back. The only thing that's holding you back is the lady in the mirror.
That's true. So I'm about to
and the lady in the mirror has a fly ass t-shirt on, and I want to know where she got that t-shirt from. Why I didn't get one?
That was last year. We happened to have. She was my age at the time, Xandra. She happened to do a screen printing business, and she like made us all kinds of really cool stuff for everybody that was in the group. So I'll have to reach out to her and get her to get us some stuff.
I'm not jealous of nothing. I'm not jealous of nothing because I wore my t-shirt for my business today. Yes. Okay.
And you know what?
I wore my.
And I wasn't even thinking. I just put it on. I just was being comfortable, and it just happened to be.
That's so funny. Okay, Tawana.
That was subliminal. She
got time to join. See, like so many people didn't join it. This woman running 6 business, and she still got time to get on her call. See.
Listen, I was with a client, and I was like, oh my God, I kept watching the time. And she's just talking. I'm like, I gotta go. So yeah. How you guys today?
Hello.
So where are you at in your chapters?
I didn't get a chance to start chapter 4, so I'm up to chapter 3.
Okay.
This week has been kind of crazy. Remember, I shot the commercial today. So
Oh,
we shot the
awesome.
commercial for the spa and the boutique today.
sweet.
So yeah, so as you can see, I have my shirt on too. So,
All right.
yeah, so I've been kind of like running all day. But
I sent you a DM.
You did, and I thought I responded. I didn't respond to you. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I will respond when you get out.
Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you.
So
I'm sorry.
with going,
I told you, social media, Facebook. I don't have time, but I will. I'll respond as soon as I get off.
Yes, you do not have time. I understand. Believe me, I understand.
okay, so where are you at? So you didn't get to 4, but it's just kind of like about knowledge. So I mean, you have a lot of knowledge. I know you've trained with me several times. So as far as body contouring, I know that you know. And I mean, you're executing, you're shooting your commercial, so you're like right on point. I would just be like, kind of just knowing like, what is your ultimate goal? Like, because I know you're an entrepreneur, right? So
Yes.
I would think your next progression step would be to make another you, so you can be stepping behind the chair. You're a money maker, you're not a worker. So I think that you need to start training someone.
And yeah, I believe that I need to, because I'm feeling like I'm starting to get overwhelmed. And like I said, I like doing the body contouring myself, but I think at this point I need to train somebody. So when is the next class?
Oh, I'm actually
When is the next class for you? Yeah.
Oh,
So I can send them to the training.
Oh, okay.
I train with them, but I'm just saying, yeah.
Like just go and get the foundation, and I'll do your Sunday. So you do have.
I can do the hands-on, so I want them to see your technique as well. So
Yeah. So you already have someone in the facility that you can train. Okay. Well, yeah. You just gotta make use of it. I know that I'm telling you myself. Like the girls in my staff, like I really kind of took a step back, and I was like, okay, they really got it. And they're good, and they want to make money, so they be booking them. They be having y'all need to come in 2 days. I'm like, it's not 2 days, it's 3 days. Like,
3 days, right?
But they're doing it. So finding good people that you can trust and that's that can really do the work, that's a big deal. So if you have someone, I really strongly suggest you get moving on that as fast as possible, and you can get to working on business 7.
Right. Well, actually, I just I'm waiting on my MC number to come back. So Royalty Logistics, a trucking company. So that's in the works. So hopefully by April, we'll be able to start moving things.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. All right. Okay, Miss J. Bird, I am so proud of you. She is really working it. So when you were saying, Wanda, that she's really going with her Tuesday, she was the first person who joined this group, and that was our first challenge. We said was to get in front of that camera, and she decided she would talk with it Tuesday, and she has been sticking with it since we started. So I'm really proud of her for doing that. So Jay Bird, where have we gotten with your goals?
Okay, so I'm talking about it more. I'm wearing my t-shirt more. As a matter of fact, I went to brunch on Sunday, and I had told my cousin, I said, I'm gonna wear my t-shirt, I'm gonna talk about my business, and I'm gonna be honest with you, a small voice said, don't do it. And I said, no, that's what I was supposed to do. And a small voice said, no, don't do it. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I went to the brunch, and they asked me, why'd you join? And I said, well, I had some friends that were too needy, and it was time for me to just branch off and, to just get out the house. And I just need, a new, fresh set of people just to hang around with, so on and so forth. And I was just about to say something about my business. And one of the girls said, girl, I'm so glad you didn't say anything about a business, because I'm just tired of people busting in our groups, and they're networking their businesses and stuff like that. So I was like, ooh. However, I did ease it into the conversation still. So she said, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a fledgling business owner. And I said, I also work at a hospital. I do CAT scan and X-ray tech. She said, well, what type of business? I said, body contouring. The whole table stopped. And I said, yeah, body contouring. They said, well, tell us more. And I asked the moderator, I said, is it okay for me to talk? And she said, absolutely. So after I told, what I did, so on and so forth, everybody was like, what's your name on Facebook? Everybody started adding me on Facebook. And I said to them, I said, I'm still, you see what I'm saying? So I'm glad I'm glad I followed my mind, right? But I was still able to organically speak about the business. I was able to organically be asked. And I said, are you sure? And so that's one thing I love about it, that, I do have the confidence to speak about my business. I try to do it every single day, and people are interested. So where I'm at right now is my virtual assistant. Thank God for him. He has gotten me, like I said, the branding package. I got a new logo. I had another logo and it was okay. He's now working on my Instagram. He just did my highlights across the bottom. I didn't like them, so we were doing those. He's redoing my Instagram. He's redoing my my Facebook, and I just paid for a website. So everything should be hopefully up and running by next Tuesday. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't send all my information to everybody so they can go look at it, because there ain't shit to look at right now. But I mean, it's stuff there. I shouldn't say that. It's stuff there. But since we're revamping it, I just wanted, because I looked at everybody's and everybody's doing such a wonderful job. Royalty, I think it was one of them, or maybe the young lady that couldn't come. I think that was the one. I looked at her page, very nice pages, all good information. So mine has maybe like 6 posts. So I did talk about my business today. And I've been posting stuff on my personal page more so, but I need to attach the business name. And that's one thing I have not been doing. So I've been doing like a little sneak here, little sneak there, like, I post one on there about men needing the services, men needing spa services. And it was like a little funny
I've
meme.
seen that.
And they were from TikTok, and the guys were dancing, right? And then I said, they need our services too. So anytime I could like sneak it on in there, and I don't even have to put it on my business page, I put it on my personal page, and I still have people asking me. So I'm ready to rock and roll. I just need the processes in place where I feel like I'm more comfortable letting people in, because I feel like right now I don't want to have everybody cash app everything, which they had before. But so website coming soon and payment processes, and I should be able to rock and roll.
All right. Have you looked at any spaces or did any more Googles looking for anything?
I did. Last Tuesday, as a matter of fact, I looked at some spaces, and so let me be honest with you. I find that certain people are not, I don't know if it's a black or white thing. I really don't. I can't say that, but I can tell you that I'll go to talk to them and they're like, no, we don't want that here. We don't want that here. So, yeah, because Tampa, Florida is a mess. Yeah, yeah, it was 3 locations like that. And I took a girl with me, as a matter of fact, and she saw that. She goes, yeah, I sort of felt that, because we went to a place, and in that same spot, I know someone. Remember, I was telling you the young lady who has a lash studio. Mm-hmm. So she offered me $1,000 for a room at the lash studio, right? They have some new suites coming up. So it's like almost like a fourplex. So they've got a set of suites here, a set of suites here, a set of suites here, and now they're building this set of suites. So I said, well, let me find out how much they're going for, because that'll give me a gauge of whether or not she was charging too much, because I really don't know, right? So if they said $1,800 and she was charging $1,000 for one room and $800 for another room, that she was having us pay for her suite, which, okay, she could do that. That's her business, right? So I said, let me see how much they're charging. So I called the guy up and I said, hey, I'm here and I see that you almost finished with the building. And he goes, what are you looking at putting in there? And I said, I'm looking at putting a facial spa. Oh no, the owners don't want that. Nope. I said, yeah, but you have a lash studio. Oh, we don't own that building. We own this building. I said, huh. So I told my friend, I said, you know what? I'm gonna get somebody else to call. And she did. And he called her back. And she gave him a price of $2,400. Oh. So it's a little pricey. So I said, okay, you know, yeah. So yeah, but he could have gave me that same price. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what that was all about. But anyway, it is what it is.
Wow. Yeah. So I don't know. You definitely need to probably, because so you're looking at spaces inside of other people's spaces.
No, I just so happen to have approached her because I know that she already has a great clientele. She used to be my lash tech. She has a great time clientele. She has a great look. She has an okay location, but the clientele is there, and the clientele are my demographic: nurses, teachers, so on and so forth. And she said she was very interested in getting my business in her location because people had started to ask about it, and she had started to promote it. And she even told me, "Hey, you can come here and you can approach my clients. I don't care because it's two different services." But for me, I just felt at the time this wasn't right because I felt like if it was 500, I could have did it. And I may even go back and approach her. I feel like I can approach her if I have like 4 or 5 clients already in tow, because if I'm there and I don't have any clients, I felt like, okay, I don't want to be taking $1,000 out of my pocket every month and I'm still trying to get people. You see what I'm saying? At that time, I didn't have the payment processes and stuff like that. So I think I just approached her at the wrong time. I think now, once I have my site and everything and my payment processes, and then, like I said, 4 or 5 people, I might be able to approach her and say, hey, let's work it out this way. Let me come in at 500 for the first 3 months, and then let's go from there. But I think that once her clients see that I have clients, my thing is just like anything, and you know, because we talked about this, you're a hairstylist. When you have a new hairstylist and someone walks in the door and they haven't seen her work, they don't want them touching her head because they don't see her work. But when you have somebody say, oh, I love my body. Oh, I love my hair. Oh, I love this. Oh, girl, looks so good. That's your testimony right there, right? So I want to be able to have clients to walk out the door and say, oh my God, girl, I'm looking good. So her clients can go, what's she doing back there? But if I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs waiting, I can approach them all I want to. They're still not sure.
Yeah.
So that's where I was at.
And then that's where you come with it. When you have your website, because maybe this model, after a few sessions, she can give you a video testimony that you put right on your website about her experience and her results. And then when you have more working before and after pictures, then you'll feel confident. Because
right.
You want to know what you're doing works. So I tell people, I know in 6 sessions with my technique, I can get you results. So I'm very confident about it. I've done it numerous of times that I know that it works. So just keep working your models and just building your confidence up. And I can totally tell, since I met you day one, I can totally tell your confidence is up there. Like you got it. You're on the roll now. Like I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
It's baby steps. It's baby steps, but it's steps that need to be taken. It's just, and I want to, tell the other young lady, my twin, right? It is confidence and it is comfortability, and it's just, you just have to do it. You just have to do it, right? You have to talk about the business. You have to listen. I don't understand you having a damn location and your ass not up in there. I'm just gonna talk straight with you, right? You got to be up in there, girl.
$700 a month.
Somebody on the door and want their facial done. What you talk about, girl? I don't understand that. Get your butt in the business. Get in there.
You should be in there.
If
you're not doing nothing, you should be in there talking about it. I rock. You rock.
Yeah.
Why do I want to come to I rock? Tell me. Beat your face. I see when you beat that face, and I see them pictures up there. You can get on there and talk about I rock, because you do rock. So.
Oh, wait, one thing I'm having problems with is my meso therapy. I'm not getting good results. I'm like, I'm doing something wrong here.
Yeah, so that's just technique. That we can always go
again. Okay.
And I know that happens when you see a lot of different, because you've done a lot of different knowledge, and there's a lot of different, like I know Erica, like somebody messaged me, like they could take Erica's class, and Erica teaches it nowhere near like me. So if you're taking her class and you're taking my class, then you're like, oh, I'm confused. I don't know what to do.
Oh, okay. No, I've been on her page and stuff like that. But I like your technique. It seems simple, but I'm just like, I'm not getting them results. And I'm just like, I'm charging 150 and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing we can always meet and just talk about. And
Okay.
I know Tawana, like, are you use it, or how are your results coming out?
Actually pretty good. I seen you posted a new product and I was like, okay, I got maybe like 4 left. I said, so it's time for me to order. So I want to try that because the coffee, it is a little messy. So it's messy, but it gives really good results. And then there was a lady, I was going to send this to you. She said hot therapy. I had never heard of it before. So they take like this wrap, like foil, and they lay it on. So you have your clients to lay on the wrap, on the foil, and then you take it and you wrap them in it. And it basically it's just like the sauna suit. But instead of using the electricity with the sauna suit, your body creates the heat. And she said she got really good results. And I was like, well, you know, and that just depends on how much a person sweats. So your results probably gonna be a little different with that. I just know with the sauna suit, no problem. As soon as you get off the table, you can see the difference. And then, like I said, days later, I had a client calling me. She had lost 6 pounds in 2 days, so from doing the detox. But yeah, I like I get pretty good results with the mesotherapy.
So what you're talking about is a Mylar bag. And so
is it Mylar? Okay.
Mylar bags. Now what Mylar bags might, if they need to detox, because like I talked to a woman today, she was, and I've talked to several women that are, you know, menopausal. They don't want to get in a sauna blanket, but they still need, because they don't want to be that hot.
Right.
That's somebody that you might use your Mylar bag as an alternative, because so their body isn't overheating to where they might pass out or something because they're going. So that's an option. Or, you know, like if you're traveling, you know, and you're doing these techniques and you want something where you're not carrying a bunch of equipment, but I don't think it would be more effective to just eliminate the sauna blanket. If I'm going to detox them, I'm going to put them in that suit.
Right. So yeah, and I was just thinking, like, I was going to ask you about it, because I know I love the results that I get with using the sauna blanket, but it's basically the same step. They rub them down with the exfoliant and then they wrap them. So yeah, I just had never heard of it.
And that's something.
I use mine with mud.
Like you're a retail person, so like say you wanted to start retailing Alga Cafe or something like that. That would be a good like selling point that they could buy their Mylar bag to do it if they want.
Okay.
They could do some at-home detox or something like that, because everybody can't always come to the shop. So
right.
Retail, actually great retail thing. Because I always get people that want to buy Alga Cafe, but I always tell them no, because it's messy. I'm like, just buy Lavender Lipo. They're mostly similar, like they're only one ingredient different, and they, you know, so that's really.
So is Lavender Lipo something new?
No, it's not new. It's a slimming cream.
Okay.
It's a slimming cream, and it's just purple based, so I call it Lavender Lipo, but it's composed of centella, which is a skin tightener, caffeine, which stimulates the fat, artichoke, which is our detoxing agent. Then it has like seaweed, which is a detoxing agent. So I don't know what happened. Oh, I know what it was. Why I did this, because I had bought the Cavi Storm, right? And so I was watching the video of the Cavi Storm, and they were using hot cream, and I was like, well, hot cream. I was like, well, I use hot gel, so I don't think it's going to be the same effect. So one day I was like, let me try this Lavender Lipo as my conductor instead of like my regular green coffee oil. And I used the Lavender Lipo, and then when it dried up, I added the green coffee oil, and the results were amazing. And I was like, oh my God. And ever since that day, like this has been like my go-to. I don't use anything else anymore. So
question. So do you like that Cavi Storm?
I love the Cavi Storm. I'm
confused. Like, I mean, I'm like, where do you go now? You got your S shape, you got your Cavi Storm, and then the machine that I want to get from you, I still want to get that. So hopefully that'll be this year.
So my Cavi Storm, I use that on women that have very high fat percentages, or very or really hard abdomens, or high visceral fat. So as a theory, you want to work on fat before skin tightening. So if they're
Right.
coming to me, they're bloated, their abdomen's hard, I'm going in for 30 minutes with my Cavi Storm, because Cavi Storm breaks down fat just a little bit deeper than the S shape. But
Okay.
it's not a replacement for my S shape, because remember, S shape still gets into the fat nice and deep, but I can skin tight at the same time. So if I want to focus more on just getting the fat or just softening their abdomen, Cavi Storm. If I want to focus on burning fat and tightening skin, S shape. And that's how I do that. And then depending on how, and then usually if their abdomen's really, really hard, then I'm going in with some suction for the lymphatic system, or vibration therapy or something like that. And then I'm going to do my mesotherapy with my Fitox, or sometimes I even use anti-cellulite solution if I'm out of Fitox, because it's still, once again, is the scintilla, which tightens the skin. It's artichoke and caffeine. As long as my product, pretty much I've learned now that as long as it has some artichoke in it, it's going to give results, because it's going to break down the abdomen. Even if I use Meso Lipo, this might be good for you, Tawana, because I found Meso Lipo is really good if they have fat to burn, but they still need to tighten the skin. It's really great, but it doesn't have any artichoke in it. So I'll add something with artichoke in it, because that artichoke really, really breaks down the abdomen and gives that flat stomach results that we want to see. So that's just like a little bit of just kind of little advanced knowledge on the meso. So I would just kind of need to know like what you're doing, like what machines you're doing, what techniques you're doing, to just kind of give you some more tips to get better results with it. And
because the meso still work with the 6-in-1s and the 8-in-1s, right? They still work with those other machines.
Well, you just need a machine, an electroporation machine.
Okay.
And also, Wanda, I did find, because initially they were saying don't do the meso with cavitation, and I have found that it works a lot better when I follow it with cavitation, because the cavitation has broken down the fat a little bit. So I will follow the cavitation, it'll break it down more. Then I'm doing my red light therapy. I use the belt to seep it all in, and that's giving really fast results. I'm telling you, by session 3, like they look really good. I've been finding like some of I make everybody by 6 sessions, but I'm like some of my smaller ladies, like they're looking good by session 4. They don't even really need the last 2 sessions, but they, because they need to maintain anyway. So it's a really good technique. It works very effectively in the studio. And then
so what you're saying, you saying do the mesotherapy, then cavitation?
Cavitation first.
Cavitation first, then
lymphatic drainage. So now we want to pull all that fat, suck it up, move it into the lymphatic system. Then we're going to scrub them with we got a couple of different scrubs. As long as you exfoliate, you're going to exfoliate. Then you want to kind of heat the tissue up. So I usually take a hot towel or like a steamer and just heat the tissue up just a little bit, and then wipe that dry. Then I add my Fitox, is what I use the most of, Fitox. And then I wrap them in osmotic wrap, and then they're on the LED belt for at least 40 minutes. If you are doing the LED belt, it needs to be on at least, after cavitation, it can be about 30 minutes because it's already broken down from the cavitation, but standalone, it needs to be at least 45 minutes because it takes like 15 minutes for the belt to even start to activate. So it needs time to do what it needs to do.
I tell you what, I'll see you this summer for 3 days. How about that? Let's just, okay, now we can go on. I'll see you this summer.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a very simple technique. It's just, Wanda, you know it. You just need to do it. You just need to do
it. Right. I have never tried the butt either. So I'm still stuck on that. So I'll see you this summer. How about that? Miss J Bird, I'm gonna see you in April.
The only way we get better is so
I'll be there in April.
Okay. All right.
And Naisha, I'm gonna sit down. I got to figure out, because I know you in a different space. So, but I'll probably see you in July, the end of July. But by no later than August. I need seriously. I want to come back. Huh?
You don't wait from April to August.
No. I'm gonna see Miss J Bird in April.
Oh, okay.
I go to Tampa every 3 months.
Oh,
So
okay.
but no, definitely I have some other things, but I am going to Dallas in March for the to get certified at the laser school. So I'm gonna just knock that on out.
She done went to the FMAA. What was it called? She's got the knowledge. She's probably got more knowledge than all of us on this call. I'm telling you. I've known Miss Wanda over a year, and I've seen her train. So that's why I was like, this particular challenge, knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power if you don't execute it.
And I totally agree with you. I totally agree. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start one day this week, probably Thursday, getting somebody up there. Don't care. Just start fumbling, getting back in it.
Yeah. And it's not too hard to get a model for body contouring. You tell them I need to practice. Most people are gonna say yes. But like Miss J Bird said, are they gonna take it seriously? They do gotta commit.
Yeah, but I don't want to be, you know what? I was doing it. Now you have to at least pay for the supplies. I mean,
yeah,
I'm using my supplies and you're not, and just like she said, they not serious. So you know what? At least pay for what I use on you. I'm, you my model, but give me something.
The models, believe me, if you need to make a contract, that you're my model. So that means I'm going live. I'm going to be talking about what I'm doing to the camera while I'm doing this because you are my model. I am going to be sharing your pictures because you are my model. This is what your discount is for. So you need to make very clear of that.
Right. And that was my problem. I was not charging. I was just doing it for free. But now it's like, you know what? Even if it's $20, $30, I have to charge you something now. I have to recoup something, to replenish.
But if you charge or don't charge, I want to see some content. And I want to see some work. I want to see something.
Okay. I'm starting this week.
Yeah, in this moment, whether it's money making or not, I want your confidence back up. I want you producing and feeling confident about what you can produce.
Will do.
Okay, all right. Okay, ladies, anybody want to go over anything before we end our call?
Can I ask that technique again you had said?
The 4D lipo?
Yes.
So what machine do you use?
I have the 6-in-1 and the S shape.
Okay, so you've had the S shape. The S shape is what I use. So from body contouring supplies, I use the S shape on 10 and I use RF on 10, but I'm moving very quickly because it gets hot. And I use the Lavender Lipo. I start with some Lavender Lipo for just my first application because remember I said it has the artichoke to drain the body. It has the caffeine to stimulate the fat cells. It has this Dead Sea. So basically it's gonna clean the body. So as I'm going, I work on the side of the body 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how high their BMI is. But I do 20 to 30 minutes of cavitation. I use the green coffee oil when my Lavender Lipo starts to dry up because I don't want to keep applying Lavender Lipo. It's very expensive because of those ingredients. So once it's in the body, it's in the body, right? So then I'm using my green coffee oil, which is a natural fat burner, to keep my probe lubricated. And I use my S-shape machine. So I'm doing my cavitation and my RF. After that, I don't wipe anything away. 5 minutes, I'll get my my RF suction, and for 5 minutes, I work both sides of the body to the lymph nodes in the center of the body to kind of, after I've cavitated all that fat, to push it into the lymphatic system. After that, I exfoliate the body. And I have used coffee scrub, but we have our glycolic acid scrub, which is really great to prep the body for meso because it's a scrub, but it's a slight chemical peel, so that when we do our electroporation service, the products will really seep into the skin really well. Then I do electroporation with the S-shape machine on 10. I use the electroporation on 10 and the EMS on 10. and I use the Fitox solution by GlamCEO. It's a fat dissolver. It's the best fat dissolver that I've ever used. It's amazing. It has everything in it. There she goes. She's showing.
You said it's called who?
Fitox, Fitox.
This is my last box, so I need to be placing the order. So,
So it's the best fat dissolver on the market. So we put that by electroporation on our thing. Oh, I forgot. After we do our scrub, we want to hot towel, steam them, heat the tissue of the body up so that it can be really receptive to the electroporation. So we want to clean up all of our scrub. Just put a nice little hot towel, or if you have a facial steamer, I'll let them steam for like 2 or 3 minutes to really warm up the fat cells.
Okay.
Wipe all that away, dry. Then by electroporation with the S-shape machine, 10 and 10, EMS and EL, 10 and 10, I use the whole bottle of Fitox. So that's why I said this is our $50 to $75 upcharge, because this is fat dissolver. So I use that whole bottle to really make sure it's penetrated into their body really, really well. Then before I wrap them, I just put a little bit more Lavender Lipo on them. I osmotic wrap them, and then they're laying on the LED belt for about 40 to 45 minutes. And that's a session. It usually takes about an hour and a half. And I charge basically $200 for that. And so it's really, really good. And it gives really excellent results. So.
Okay. I know I've been trying to see, because I know I want to, like I said, that was in October, November when I was certified, but I am wanting to get a refresher. So I was.
Yeah, my class will be a good one. I'm having one coming up on Sunday if you want to join into that one. Since you're in this group, I can give it to you half off. If anybody wants to take it, it's usually $2.99. I know, Tawana, you don't need it. $2.99. I'll give anybody who wants to take it half off. So $150. And I specialize in the S-shape machine. I teach on the S-shape machine. So it would be a good class you take, because I don't think anybody teaches S-shape machine probably as thoroughly as I do. So,
and when is that again?
Sunday. You're in Indiana, so probably about 1 o'clock your time.
This Sunday coming up.
Mm-hmm.
This Sunday coming. Okay.
Yeah, that's this.
If you can remember, are you going to send out information? Put out information?
Yeah, I can inbox you.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can do that, and I'll put an invite to anybody who wants to do that. That's in the group.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's.
I want to be live. I'm sorry, I gotta come to you. I love being in your presence.
Oh, you're so sweet. But yeah, it's a great technique. I specialize in results. I feel like this technique is getting, if they're following the plan, like they're not drinking alcohol, they're not and they're waist training, they're going to get results, period. So so all right, any last things before we close?
Oh. Yes, quick question. So the only 2 machines that you train on is the Cavity Storm and the S-shape. You don't train on anything else?
Well, it's not really a machine thing. I think it's just technique. So if you're using one, the only thing that you need is to incorporate is an electroporation machine. So if
and I have that machine separate. I have that machine separate.
Yeah. So if you want to shoot me a picture of what electroporation machine you have, then all you need to probably do is probably just a mesotherapy course with me to just kind of learn more of how you to incorporate those things into your service.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. The only reason why I like my S-shape, I just like my 2-in-1 handle. I love getting them in and out as fast.
So I think that when I had my training, and I think what happens with a lot of trainers is they don't promote machines, right? They promote, like you said, they promote processes. So, and you're not either, but it's just that's what you use, but you make it sound like, oh, these are such good items to have. And I think there's a school of thought out there, because you do see the different ones that use certain things and say, well, this is the reason why I use it. I think had I done my research, I probably would have done the Cavity Storm or the S-shape, either or. but I didn't know any better. And I just got that. I think it's a 6-in-1. I got the 6-in-1 back there.
And it's okay. And you know what? It's okay to have more than one machine because machines break, and you don't want to it break and you out of business until you can get another one from China or something. So,
well, I will tell you that when I did my training, that's the best advice that my trainer gave me. She said, do not get a machine with the laser lipo pads on it, because if the machine breaks, she said that you're down for the count. So I got 2 different machines. I got the laser lipo, which is this one, and then I got the 6-in-1 or 5. I think it's a 6-in-1. So I did get the 2, and I'm glad I did, because if one is down and and like you said, I still have the pads, you know.
And that's what I tell people. Like, if you're in a situation and your machine breaks, don't go canceling your day all day. You tell them, people, today we are doing sauna detox. We're focusing all week. They don't got to know your machine is down. This week, everybody, it's detox week. Everybody's focused on detox. Everybody's due for a good detox, and that's what you're getting, or laser lipo, or a combo of both. They don't know, and it's still
right.
Where do you get your LED belt from, or the pad that you have?
Go ahead.
Oh, I said we do have them on Body Contouring Supplies, but we're
Yeah, I got them from somebody else, but they're the same belts. And I don't know, do you have the ones for the whole table?
Yeah, I have all of them. I have the arms, I have the small, the medium, the large. I even got the chin and hair ones. We got everything.
Yeah, I got
I got to get back on your site.
One. Yeah, no, you don't. No, you need to get your ass in that business. Don't get on that site.
All right, you're right. You're right. I will be there in July. You're right.
You're gonna be here in April. You'll be there in July. You better be here in April.
Yeah. I'll see you in April. I'll see her in July. Okay. When I come in July, I need stuff. Okay.
But I want to see you speak on video and outside of
I promise. I'll be on video. I'll probably do a couple. I might just send it just to you. I'm not gonna put it out here, but I'll send it to you.
Aisha, April, she's gonna do a service on me, and I'm gonna do a service on her.
Even if you don't tell us about IROC, why is it called IROC? Why introduce yourself?
Wow. Well, you know what? And because I had to argue with people because of my name, and my name is called I Rely on Christ. So I just, a lot of people, because that's how I had it. And then people was like, you need to change your name. So I just said I rock. So I love it. Yeah. And they was like, everybody not Christian. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm not changing my name for you. My sister just told me the other day, because I told her, well, what I'm doing is I'm changing my name, but it's gonna be IROC Wellness Center. Because people coming in and they're asking to lose weight. So I end up taking a class, functional nutrition. I'm sorry.
Knowledge is power. You just got to execute it. I'm not taking the knowledge. I'm knocking you for execution.
Okay. So I'm gonna get it. So I'm changing the last part to Wellness Center, because I tell people, look, this is not a weight loss center. This is where you come and you need to be like any place 5 to no more than 20 pounds, and I can help you. But people want to come like 250. I have a person like 319. I'm like, you want me to do cavitation on you?
Down. You know why? That person who's 319. That's a client that's going to be with you for a whole year as you're going through her journey.
Right. And I didn't turn her down. I mean, I can send you the pictures and stuff, but I'm just like, I'm not, so and then I had to get to the point where, okay, you need to detox. You need to start eating right. You need to start working out. So this is more than just this body contouring. So I'm just like, wait a minute, I need to figure out how to make menus and stuff like that. So, and then what I love about you is when you do your training, you tell people about the body types. So, and that was a big thing once I learned the body types, and you have to eat for your body type and stuff like that. So I'm just like, oh, okay, patient. She taught this. So it's very interesting. And a lot of people don't know that. And also what I've learned, that we are supposed to eat for our blood type too. And I'm just like,
well, you would just have to kind of pick something with there. That can be very, very overwhelming. If you have a weight,
right. This is what I'm saying. That's why I went into functional nutrition. But I'm just saying, you just learning, and I'm just like trying to help somebody lose weight. That's why I said, I would rather be called a wellness, but still do the body contouring, do my facials. But it's gonna take.
I feel like it's something that clients have the wrong perspective. They think like, if I'm coming to body contouring, I can still eat what I want, and I don't have to go to the gym, and I'm going to get results. And so that's
the problem
that we got to re-educate them. So
yep, that's my problem right there. So now, quick question. Now for next week, I already know what I got to do, but we're in the workbook.
Mm-hmm.
So what chapter do you want us to be caught up to?
Okay, so this one was not what we said. What was it? Knowledge. So what's the next one after knowledge?
This is specialized knowledge.
So that's what we were doing today.
Okay, so the next one would be chapter 5 in this book, and imagination.
Imagination. Okay.
No. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Okay, so the third chapter was faith in the book, not the workbook. We're talking about the book, right?
No, we're talking about the workbook.
Okay. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Have we missed it? Yeah. Did we miss a chapter? Because we did. Our first one was just our goal setting, right? So
right. The second one was desire.
Yep.
Right. The third one, the book, was faith. The fourth one is auto-suggestion.
Okay.
And the fifth one is specialized knowledge.
Okay. So
no, see, she's in the book. That's why I'm saying we need to figure out if we're gonna just do the workbook.
We'll just go by the chapters in the workbook, because everybody has the workbook. People may have different
there you go.
of the book. Okay.
Okay. Right. So that's why I was saying, the workbook, everybody should be on the same page on the workbook, but we can still read the book, because there's so much knowledge in this book, and we need this book.
Like, you can download it on YouTube and just listen to it while you're working, so, or while you're driving the car. Yeah. So
I got it on Audible.
Yeah. So, so now we'll talk about imagination, but we're still kind of going through. That's the Think and Grow Rich formula. My favorite formula, which I call GLAM, of course. Goal setting, leverage, compliments, momentum. So we still have written down our goal. We talked about leverage. We see she's leveraging. She wrote down her goals. Now she's actually putting them into execution.
That's right.
Weekly talk. She's got her model in the store. She's got her virtual assistant. She's taken steps. So she's leveraged. So, and she's actually accomplished it. So now, after she does all this, what is it accomplishing? Meaning what's working? So is the Talking Tuesday bringing people in? Is it causing more interaction? Is that working? When she gets her Instagram up, are people messaging you based off of your post? Are you booking clients? What's working? Because when we leverage and then we have our accomplishments, we want to put our energy where it's working. Like Anna said the other day, she put out a $30 ad and it brought her 5 clients. So that worked. So she should put more interest. Whatever she did, she should do that again, because it worked. It brought in clients as well worth, but I probably brought in a couple of thousand from 5 clients. So that works. So, and then each week our momentum, meaning that we execute. So this is what I said, this was really great. We're executing, we're putting everything that we talked about into play. And guess what? We're going into a new month, the new month of March. We do it all over again. New goals, new leverage, new accomplishments, and then get ready for that next month. So If for those who have high financial goals, you know, think about some of the ways in your lifetime you've made that big money. Where did that happen? What did you do? Think about writing that down, whatever your highest earning work day was. What did you do that day? How did you market that day? And do that again. Because I've seen like some girls be like, oh yeah, I took a business class and I followed all of those procedures and I made $10,000 that month. And I'd be like, okay, well then if that worked, why didn't you do it again? Oh. So it's not that people don't know. It's just kind of like the same thing with losing weight. We all know how to lose weight, right? Is eat less, move more. But it's about wanting to. That it's like that shift in your mindset. You got to want it to. It's the same thing that with business. They say only 2 to 4% only make it with business goals. Those same 2 to 4% only keep their weight loss goals too, because it's a mindset. It takes a mindset and a discipline to get on there and do your email marketing and do your videos and send out those text messages and do all of those things, just as the same way it takes that mindset to drink your water, to go to the gym, to do all of those things. So it's all a mindset shift. So
Right.
Going back to you, those clients you're talking to, that mindset shift that they need to have, you need to put it in a package. So if you are body sculpting and you're an esthetician and you now are a nutritionist, make it a package. I have my weight loss special package, and you come up with some kind of a reasonable price that's, you know, a good price for your education, and you create that package for those clients.
Okay, gotcha.
The same thing I was saying with Miss J. Berg. She is a surgery client. She's a post-op, I don't know that right correct way to say it, but she's had weight loss surgery. And that doesn't mean, oh, you're not a good body contourist because you had weight loss surgery. No, she's a woman who has a testimony, who's done that, who can lead other women in that direction and show them the proper things to do with body contouring, nutrition.
And I ain't tell you that. Did I tell you that? I didn't tell you that shit.
You're so funny. But she's a woman who's a spokesperson for that clientele, and she can tell them the correct things to do to to stay looking healthy. You lose weight really fast, you start to look unhealthy. Or a lot of women, they wait until they got all this skin. Now they want to come to body contouring. Right. You saw us before the skin started hanging, then we could have produced that new collagen and that elastin to keep instead of waiting. So start your body contouring with it. The same thing you were saying about that 320-pound client. You don't leave her hanging. You show her the things that you can help her with today. And you put her on a maintenance program, and she comes and sees you twice or once a week. Sometimes I'll put them on just once a week, because I know I don't want to do too much with the body contouring, but I want them to see me every week for that accountability, that check.
Okay, right.
So those things to think about.
Now you down here spilling secrets and shit. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna come see you.
You know you talk about it live, don't you? But that's the next thing. So when you're going into imagination, that's when you're thinking about my business. What's missing? I'm telling you, the reason why I've gotten as far as I have is imagination. Like I'm a risk taker. Like I'm not afraid to try. I'm not afraid to fail. If it don't work, guess what? I'll shut it down and I'll do something else. You know what I mean? So imagination. I'm telling you, when I created body contouring supplies, I didn't know nothing about starting no freaking distribution business. I said, well, how hard could it be though? Make some orders and I'll package them up. And eventually I used to use paper labels. I didn't know no better. Now I got waterproof labels. Now I know how to seal. Now I know how to do the thing. But it happened because I did it, right? And as I did it, I got better. So that's all it is. No, you will earn while you learn. That's all you can ask for. So
you asked for that machine, and this is the one.
Okay, I've never used that one, but the concept is the same. So it was, okay. So it would just be like product knowledge. I think I'm gonna order that machine because I see so many people with it. So I'll learn how to use it.
I got this from somebody that she's too scared to use it now, and she moved from a different state.
Is it pretty strong? Like can you feel the vibration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm not going to use it, because the FDA and the OSHA and everything. And I'm like, okay, send it to me.
Class 1 device.
Listen, it has to do with so many people right now are, I guess here's the thing, if you're not an esthetician, right, or not a massage therapist, people are afraid. But in the state of Florida, you don't have to be either or. So I can offer services all day long. I can't market a post-op as a post-op massage. I just can't. I could say a post-op session. I could say a post-op treatment. I can't say a post-op massage. I do not have the license to touch.
Yeah.
That's all it is to it.
Florida used to have the license to touch. They got rid of it, the body wrap license.
No, we still have the license to touch. We don't have the body contouring license.
Oh.
Yes, they got rid of it. They got rid of the body contour license, but they still have license to touch. So here's the thing, you can take body contouring if you are a nurse practitioner. You could do it. If you are a registered nurse, you could do it. A LPN, I think even a CNA.
A cosmetologist too, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So, and that's the thing. I'm not either of those. I'm an X-ray CT tech, right? However, I called the school the other day, and they are the lymphatic institute or something like that, lymphatic massage institute. And I said, listen, I can show you my job, like roles of responsibility, and they mirror what they have for nurses. We take vitals, we do injections, we put, you know what I'm saying? We do like patient assessments, all of that. She said, nah. And
I think you work with ultrasound too, don't you?
No, I don't work with ultrasound because I'm not an ultrasound. And even with that, she said no. So I said, okay, well, I mean, and she was the director of the place. I can't just push my way in there, right? Because I just wanted the certificate. That way I wouldn't have the issue. So if the state of Florida says what you're doing, but again, I can do it. I just can't say it's a massage. Yeah. I can say it's a treatment.
Okay.
That's it.
So I want to tell you guys about this. Right before I got on the call, somebody asked me to join my group. And I was like, oh, they're a body contour. So I accepted it. And as soon as I accepted them, they were in my inbox. So what this person is doing, going around, they'll probably message you guys at some point. They're clearing people to contour. So basically they're charging $35 and they're saying that their staff of medical professionals will clear you to be a body contourist. And I said, that sounds like a scam, a hustle. It's a great hustle for somebody, but I'm like, that's really not clearing it. All they got to do is be cleared through their state. So, but I'm sure they'll get a lot of $35 out of people because it's not a lot of money. And I'm like, oh, I'll play it just to get the certificate. That probably means nothing. So, cleared to contour. So that's what's going around now.
I know that's what Judge Judy said when she was on there. She was like, "What is this?" Did y'all see that one? I mean,
what happened?
That's my girl. I think my girl was on. Somebody tried to sue her. Thank God she had her paperwork in order. But Judge Judy laughed at them, the certificate and stuff. She was like, "What is this? People just putting their names in." She was like, "This really needs to be regulated." So, but I'll get the episode so y'all can see it. But she, somebody was on Judge Judy for body contouring, and Judge Judy went in, and she laughed. Yeah,
so
she definitely.
What happened? Did the person win or did they lose?
She dismissed the case. She would have won. She would have won, but she refused. She said she refused to do any service on her. So, but yeah, Judge Judy was like, "This is crazy." She was like, "You had 5 days, and this gives you the right to open up a business." And I was like, "This is what Judge Judy think about these certificates out here and these names and stuff like that." I mean, behind it. So.
Yeah. So that's why.
First of all, Judge Judy don't like people anyway, so it don't matter what Judge Judy thinks. She don't like people. She don't like.
I'm just saying these certificates and stuff. just long as we, you know what you're doing and you're educating yourself and stuff like that. Because a lot of places are not regulated. Like in the state of New York, body contouring is not regulated.
I thought they started regulating it for esthetician.
I haven't heard anything. Not in the state of New York.
If it was New Jersey. I remember a girl calling me about it.
Yeah, I mean they are regulating it in some states, but here yet, no. Then like electrolysis, we don't have to be. It's not regulated. Anybody can just go look on YouTube and go get a machine and be like, oh, you know what? I'm an electrolysis.
Somebody up not knowing what you're doing with electrolysis, but you're right. It's not regulated here too. But most people aren't doing electrolysis. They're doing laser hair removal. So, okay.
Yeah, you got to be careful. So,
all right. So, any last comments before we end? Talasia, did you put your hand up? You're on mute.
No, I don't need anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And I'll send you that link to where the belt, so you can look at that too. And you had, I know I sent you the link last week. You had said about products to get your retail going. Like Tawana,
I need
maybe you can enlighten them on the retail. Like she sells a lot of retail, so she's
Who do? Nasia, is it?
Every time a client comes in, I'm selling something. I make sure it's something. I mean, waist trainers, I have everything. So now I'm taking this soap making class because people, they ask. So anytime somebody come and say, oh, do you do this? Or do you know? It's a light bulb. You're asking for it, that means there's a need for it. So I'm gonna take this soap making class. And I mean, the ingredients are really cheap. So I'm gonna start selling soap. So
you got time to make soap too? You gonna have time?
She said her kid.
You do too.
I'm gonna learn it, but I'm just saying, you figure a couple of hours. If I make enough, that could last maybe a month or so. I'm gonna learn it.
I need your party, so she could have soap making parties.
I just need her energy. I just need her damn energy. I want her energy.
But I don't know where you asked me about waxing, and I'm like, no. But then the more I thought about it, then another lady came in and she asked, well, do you do eyebrows? And my daughter, she does lashes. And I said, well, why can't we add the waxing? So that's another class that I'm taking too. And it's a 2-hour class. And so after that, you get your certificate. And then I already bought the supplies because they was really cheap. So yeah. So I'm going to start offering waxing, and we're going to start offering our own soaps in the new future, like maybe in a month or so.
So was she?
What state she in for 2 hours for waxing?
Yeah, because
what state? We're in Missouri. $500.
And it's only
you don't have to be licensed. It's a certificate program.
It's a certificate, and it's 2 classes.
Here we got to be licensed
so
to do waxing.
You do your theory, and then you do one class where have a model or whatever, and then you do one class when you're working on someone yourself. So basically 3 classes, 4 hours, and then you guys 4 hours of training, and then you go in and do your testing with your model. So yeah, $500. I feel like it's a good investment.
Wow, that's really good. So what I was gonna say, so she's going right into our next chapter, imagination. So like we're saying, it's like these ideas. When these ideas come to you, you've got to write them down or execute them. All it takes is one idea that can change your income, that can change, make you financially free. Looking for gaps in the marketing. And I think, like I was saying, with this industry, what made me successful in it is I saw a lot of gaps. Like she said, how she is probably, our mindsets are really the same. When people start asking me for something, I'm like, okay, this is something. Like I said, those couple of people asked me for franchise, even though that was already what my plan is, like, okay, it's happening a little faster than I anticipated. So now I need to make sure I'm ready for franchise. So putting those things. So pay attention to the things around you. Those are signs, anything.
Yeah, I make soap, and I made my beer balm. I made me and my granddaughter during the pandemic, the lip gloss, we did that. And what else I made? I had bought the men beard wash and conditioner and oil from somebody who wholesales it. And what else I made? The beard balm. So my beard kit has the soap because I have men fragrance oil that I put in the soap. The beard balm. I made my own grow oil. And I bought some stuff from Slim Spa to make my Slim Wrap gel. So the only thing that I want to get into to add to my inventory is the Yanni oil and Yanni butter that I was gonna do as well. Wow. But I love making stuff as well. I take that time.
And the Yanni oil, because that's someone asked about that. Yeah, I want to do the Yanni oil as well.
And like I had started candles.
Oh.
Like all this stuff is like I got to make some more soap and stuff. This is my men's soap right here. I have some here and some at the shop.
Oh.
Okay.
And like they all will come out different. So all this stuff right here is like all my stuff, my butters, my molds, soap molds. I have different soap molds and stuff. So yeah, on your spare time, it's like that's the only thing you would like to do is think of stuff to do and try to add to your business as well. So yeah,
that's very good. Yeah, it's awesome.
And the funny thing is, I congratulate you ladies because imagination is something else. And I never realized that I didn't have it. It was just like, I'm getting up, just doing things. And within the last couple of years, I've been trying to learn how to imagine, do the imagination. So it's kind of tough for me because I never imagined things. And now I'm looking at the future, what my life can be.
Whole business, that's imagination.
Huh?
You imagined your business, you're imagining all of this. You're taking these classes, imagining what you have some idea of what you want.
I had ideal, but when you read this and you start, you really get into it. I mean, you can go so far. I mean, just like you said, imagination can take you so far. But you know what? That's another listen. We just going off. So
right,
we gonna talk about that next week.
Okay, so I'm gonna end with this. But Ms. Jaybird, I did say I would work on the video. I haven't had time to it. And so first of all, I got to figure out how to use the video technology that I use, because I don't use Canvas. I use Video Show, but it's not a computer app. I do it on my phone. So I got to figure out how I can record that and show you guys how I make videos for like my YouTube and marketing and stuff like that. So I haven't forgotten. I just got to get it together and figure out how to do it. So, okay, ladies.
That's one more question.
Oh, okay.
What is the pricing for a virtual assistant? The pricing, how much do they run?
So I'm in another group, and that's why I didn't give you the pricing, because I'm a part of that group and they offer it in the group, but the pricing goes to what her packages are. So I can't tell you the price, because if you approach somebody else and they say, something different, you're gonna be like, well, that's not what she's paying. I'm getting that group rate because I'm in a group with 300 or 400 other women, and that's why we're getting that discount rate, if that makes any sense.
Yes, that's fine. Yes.
I can't tell you.
Assistants, you can get them all kind of different pricings. You can get Filipinos for like $5 an hour.
And he is. So here's the thing: you can go to Upworks, you can go to Fiverr, and you can tell them what you want. So how they did the pricing was they did it per package. They said, okay, for package this, you get this, and this. You get a Facebook banner, you get a logo, you get your IG page, you get your highlights on your IG page, you get, whatever, right? It was like 10 things. And then the next package was those 10 things plus 4 other things. And then the next package was those 14 things plus 4 other things. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mine's is more email marketing. Like my brain is kind of fried trying to put all that together.
I get it. And that's what they're good in. So when you approach a virtual assistant, you have to sort of vet them out. And so you can say, listen, this is what I need you to do. I need someone who's good at taking my ideas and saying, I'm going to give you 4 campaigns. I'm going to give you 5 campaigns. I need 4 campaigns of detox, foot detoxing. I need 10 campaigns of my yoni oil for Valentine's Day or something, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they'll ask you, you know, if they're good in that, because when you go like on Fiverr and you see you need a virtual assistant, they'll say, look, I'm good at computer graphics, I'm good in this, I'm good at da 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 da. And then once you figure out the person, you message them and say, hey, so what I need to figure out a way that you can do my email marketing for me. I need you to do a landing page, and I need you to, you know, can you send out the emails like 3 a day, you know, morning, noon, and night, and this, you know, and whatever you want to say. We're going to be sales, education, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm signed up with Fiverr, so I can see on there.
So are you tracking your clients' emails to like you have the email list?
From my scheduling, which is Squarespace, and I have Wix as my website.
Yeah, so just as long as you're able, you make sure you're getting those contacts so you have them to promote to. So that'd be great. Okay, ladies. All right, I got dance fitness, so I have to go. All right, ladies, so we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.